Believed that the hill on which the church was built was cursed. It was also here that notorious witch trials took place in the 1670s, where many were accused and 9 women were executed for witchcraft. The testimonies mainly came from children who, under coercion and peer pressure, told improbable stories about their experiences. In the autumn of 1676, several of the witnesses were caught lying in court and the trials were halted. Several of the children who had accused witches and persuaded others to lie were punished. Some were even sentenced to death, while others were flogged and placed in special prisons. The women who had been convicted of witchcraft, despite pleading not guilty, were later acquitted. We're approaching Slussen, which has long been an important hub for traffic, and a lock for boats between the Baltic Sea and Lake Mälaren. A major reconstruction project is currently adapting the area to future needs, and the lock for boats is temporarily closed. The new main bridge between Gamla Stan and the Södermalm district is called the Golden Bridge due to its colour. It was transported here in a single piece, by boat from China. One of the reasons for the reconstruction of Slussen is to create better drainage from Lake Mälaren. This reduces the risk of flooding around the lake and protects water destined to be drinking water for 2 million people. The tall black steel structure is the Katarina elevator, which shortens the distance between Slussen and the residential areas up on the hill. A.F. Chapman. It's the white sailing ship with 3 masts moored at the quay. The ship was built in the 19th century and sailed with cargo all over the world. For more than 70 years, it's been moored here. We're now heading back towards the stone houses of Gamla Stan. You might notice that some buildings are leaning or slightly crooked. This is because the islet on which Gamla Stan is built became too small for the growing city over the years. Initially, this problem was solved by extending the land on top of the waste that was dumped outside the city walls. Stockholm was one of Europe's dirtiest cities until the 19th century, with latrine pits and rubbish dumped on the streets. Much of the waste was consumed by pigs that roamed freely in the city. There are reports of foreign diplomats fainting from the stench when visiting Stockholm. In Gamla Stan, you'll find the original squares, streets and narrow alleys that give the district its special character. A visit to Gamla Stan is a journey back in time through Stockholm's history, but also provides opportunities for shopping and enjoying coffee along the picturesque alleyways. We're ending our tour with the magnificent Royal Palace, which towers above the stairs to our left. The palace has been standing here since the mid-18th century and is built in the Baroque style, resembling a Roman palace. The Royal Palace is one of Europe's largest, with over 600 rooms. Large parts of it are open to the public. Our King Carl XVI Gustaf, Queen Sylvia and Crown Princess Victoria have their offices here at the palace, but they reside at Drottningholm Palace and Haga Palace, respectively. We've now reached the end of this tour, and you've had the opportunity to experience Stockholm's history and forward-thinking changes, from picturesque green spaces to cultural landmarks, and the initiatives being taken towards a sustainable future. Thank you for sharing this experience with us and allowing Stockholm to open its doors to you. Thank you for spending your time on this tour. We would love to have your opinion of this trip. 2 short questions. Thank you for your help. To participate, please press feedback button below. If not, just press end.
Hello everyone, I can just tell you some fun facts. Maybe you saw the big Christmas tree on the left hand side. It's a tradition we have since the 1990s that we put this huge, perfectly shaped Christmas tree up on the shore of Gamla Stan. And you might wonder, where do we find such a beautiful tree? And I can tell you this much. We don't find it at all. We build it together ourselves. It's actually a huge pine tree which we strip of all the branches, and then they transport the log here to Stockholm in one piece. But they drill hundreds of holes in the stem and put new branches in it with the perfect length and the perfect position to get this perfect shape. So now you know it's not 100% real, but it's really beautiful anyway. And it's named after a wealthy businessman, Jan Stenbeck. So it's the Stenbeck Christmas tree. He started many huge companies in Sweden, and he maybe his ceiling wasn't 35 meters high, I don't know, but he put the Christmas tree outside for our Stockholmers to watch it every evening, and tourists of course. So now you know, keep the secrets, you didn't hear it from me, thank you.